Everyone was rocking, not like reggae, like your one drop. They were rocking dancehall. Vibes Cartel, Mavado, Sizzla, Kolonji.
I've never tapped into that sound, you know.
Yo, there was an era, bruh. There was an era, like a serious one, whereby everyone, even girls, like, you're like, this pretty girl, like, how come, like, they
out there smoking kush, girl.
They rocking that, you understand?
Yeah.
But now it's a different time. People want to tour now.
Yeah,
but they want the new terms as you know, was minisha known. But it says biza, shkaramaima. Ala no ba kya phakanyiswa
let's not ignore
like Cassper saying enemies needs after Umekchi.
You don't have to be.
Cassper takes things personally.
The viewers of the guest are not of the show. Put a disclaimer. Put a disclaimer.
Yeah, ndozobawo. Sifikile sigalelekile goli.
Yebo.
Yeah, otherwise how was your day?
Hey man. I think here a day becomes very long, you know, in a way, because of how where most black people stay, which is Makasana, are situated, and how scattered are they, you know?
Yeah.
And how difficult it is to get from one place to another, you know, especially if you're not familiar with the place, you know. So being in Cape Town for like so many years, you get to relax and think things are still the same as they are back home, and then you want to, you know, cruise, and no, bro, time is against you. So you always have to be, you know, on your toes and try to chase time, and you know, man, and just try to get by and survive. So coming here today was quite it was not smooth, but it was not entirely bad. It was just a public transport, bro. Like, you know, we all go about our lives, you know, trying to get one place to another if we don't have a vehicle.
If I was told. Man, it's been quite a good day. Very weird day for me. Slept at 3 a.m, waking up at 4:30.
Yes.
And had to fly in. And then this Gubele, the city, man. The can't in the eye.
Good. That's the hours we craft success. 5 a.m. gang.
You are the eye time. I'm like, hey, good for guy. I'm like, it feels very weird. I think for a slight moment when you forget where you are. Like I kind of forgot where I was. I was like, oh, fuck,
in a pole.
Man, hey, your boy Kamlana, I'm out here in Johannesburg, Rosebank, Gauteng province. We're out here at the Capital Hotel. Again, shout out to the Capital Hotel. I can't really shut them out, Clay, situation.
Who that?
In Capital. But anyway, shout out. Because I'm in my room, dog.
Yeah, you already did.
I'm in my room, so I paid for the room.
For most def. I feel you.
There I was using
just
like
free market.
But it's cool, man. I'm happy with the reception. They were so nice. I checked in before time, which was very cool of them.
Sure.
And I'm looking forward to everything that I'm going to be doing this weekend. Otherwise, Onata, like, how are you in general?
Hey, that's a good question. Hey, man, with things happening in South Africa, how can I be? There's a lot happening, bro. Like, it's really mind-boggling, you know? yeah, like you really have to think about it. And yeah, I don't know how to put it, but I think it's the economy, Brian. It comes down to the economy,
Yeah.
bro. Like I think the economy that we are facing right now is really harsh. You know? I'm not gonna talk about the the vet that we all know about, but
Yeah.
you know, also seeing those things, seeing what's happening around the world. You know, everything is moving right now in a way that is really giving me anxiety in a way to think like, what's gonna happen like in the next 5 years
Yeah.
or so, you know. What's the inflation rate, you know, all of that. Now basically I'm worried about my survival. Like, yo bruh, it's stuff out here, you know.
Yeah.
But we we have to chin up, you know, and get going, bruh. Show up every day. So yeah, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good personally, because I feel like right now I'm kind of in a zone whereby I haven't been since maybe in a long time. Maybe if I may say, I think I've managed to find a way to be selfish in a good way.
Okay.
Because sometimes we give and we give and we support people, and yeah, you kind of sometimes disappear in thin air trying to do that, because you're pushing other people and you're not looking after yourself. So I think right now I am in a zone whereby I'm really thinking about myself and how I want to grow as a person, and how deliberate I want to be about that, you know. So I'm really in a good headspace, honestly.
Yeah. How are you finding Johannesburg though?
Oh man, Johannesburg, the city of dreams, the city of gold. I find it weird.
Why so? Why so?
No, man, because here, yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's the language sometimes.
Yeah.
And yeah, I've been in Cape Town for too long, and you can imagine being a talkative person that I am. I struggle making conversations sometimes with people. It's like, fuck, I'll be out here like watching a soccer match, and you know when you are soccer fans, you get heated, you want to debate about that, and I feel like I'm missing out, because I feel like at some point, sometimes I'm a minority in that place. So if you speak closer, it's kind of a barrier sometimes, and people in Johannesburg do not like English, plus ungasikhulumi
Isingesi.
like honestly, bro, like I'll be anywhere in Cape Town, like I'll be speaking to another closer person in Cape Town in English, and they find it okay, like it's okay, man. It's like, it's not a big deal, you know. It is a big deal to some, you know, because some other people want to still reserve the language, which is still dope, you know. But here it's like, bro, like, can't you communicate something Vanek, or then you get excluded in a way, you know, in those conversations. So it's difficult to then make friends and, you know, have those kind of connections. But I think, for what I've seen so far, I think though, like, people are generally nice people. It's just maybe a language barrier.
Okay,
that's what I can say.
Yeah. I'm also feeling like very welcomed. I always enjoy coming to Joburg because I'm like in and out, so I don't get to experience other things. I only get love most of the time.
Sure.
I don't think there's a situation whereby I was not feeling good in Johannesburg.
I
can't remember that day. No. I was always like, I almost got into a situation on my first day with my friend.
Yeah.
Went to a Soweto derby.
Sure.
Then we were so excited, we took pictures until our phones were flat. And then we forgot that we had to book Uber with the phones.
Okay, sure.
So now the game is over and then we can't book Uber. Luckily, we went back to a gas station that we were dropped at when we were coming in. It's a Shell gas station. And then when we went back there, we saw this girl, bruh. Like, we were trying other people, like other means, trying to get phones charged. But I saw this girl and I was like, yo, my G, between you and me, I think I'm the one who can do this. Wait for me here.
Okay.
Like,
There's some nice developments. Stay tuned.
So like when I got to the girl, like I explained it as it is. I'm from Cape Town. Me and my friend are from Cape Town. Our phones are off. We just want to get back to our hotel. Whatever it can cost us.
Yeah.
But as long as we can get back to our hotel.
Yeah.
And she was like, nah, I'm going to Brie.
Yeah.
Yeah, but before the explosion.
Yeah.
I'm going to Brie. And I'm not sure if the driver will allow that. So when the driver comes, then we can talk to him.
Oh, yeah.
But you know what happened? Is that when the driver came, the girl just went inside the car without like saying, hey, like,
Yeah.
there's the car, let's talk. Or maybe she talks to the driver first and then say, you can come. Then when I approached, I talked to the guy, like exactly on his door. And I was like, yo, this is what's happening. And then the guy was like, hey, I don't trust anything here. So I would require you to pay me up front.
Yeah, sure.
So I was like, that's not a problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we paid up front, then we hopped in.
Oh, yeah.
And then dropped the girl, and then after he dropped us. That was like the only experience that I felt like, okay, it was a bit hostile, but it was just a scare moment. Nothing really happened. Yeah, understand?
Yeah. I can imagine being in a place you don't know no one. You cannot call a friend.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Call a friend how? The phones are
that
off.
Also off.
Yeah, the phones are off, bruh.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
Do you miss Cape Town?
Let's see. Maybe my family. I do miss my family and friends that that way I was close to. But my girl is here, so
yeah.
I don't think I would miss much because most of the things like of my private life I've been spending it with her. Like I join out with her. If I'm going out, I'd go out with her. Like I really enjoyed really doing things with her, honestly. I won't lie about that. So that part aside, it's here with me in Joburg. Because the person I party with is her. So I wouldn't say I miss a lot about Cape Town in that aspect. Man, I've been in Cape Town for too long. I feel like I've overstayed my welcome. Even though I was born there, but I didn't grow up there, so hence I feel like some kind of a foreigner somehow, in the city. So I was like, I've been here for too long.
Was it again?
Was it again?
Oh, my brain. I love my memory card. My memory card.
What do you know about it again?
It's a memory card. Is high-end cameras, man.
Shit.
Proper stuff.
SSD. That one. I get you.
What do I know about
Alice? I dig in.
Okay, I'll tell you something. I've never spoken about this thing before.
Yeah.
I was never raised by my biological father, ne?
Okay.
I was raised by a stepfather. Shout out to that nigga, man. He passed away. Shout out to that nigga. But at some point, like growing up, I heard the news that my pops was from Etigene.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's dope.
Yeah.
So that's
but
why
I've never been.
That is why you're cool. That's why you're a cool nigga.
What do you mean? Cool.
Man. Have you met Aban Masadigen? Can I tell you about Masadigen? Can I tell you about Masadigen that are in the industry in Cape Town?
Okay.
Do you know Zefania?
Zippy.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
There's this guy. Do you know Ipesia Zulu?
No.
It was a duo. The two guys. One of them is from Etigene. There's this guy that is in SOS. He's a thin with beard. I always forgot his name. Do you know SOS, Son of the South?
Yeah.
He's a rapper there. I forget his name, but his surname I think is Daweti.
Okay, I don't know.
But not like.
I
found
might
a lot of
know
cool people that are from Alice, man, and I've always been saying that. I always say this, like, Alice are just cool people. Like, I think it's just in them, everyone will see like they almost like they have the same personality in a way, like very energetic people, chin up, they think they're the shit, all of them, like you can go to Alice right now.
Probably I got family there. I don't know, like I'm not that type of guy, man. I feel like as a nigga, he is, or he was, I don't know, a nigga. But as a nigga, I think if ever he was that interested, he should have found me by now.
Okay, cool.
I'm not like very hard to find.
Yeah, most definitely.
And my mom still was still living where she was before. Yeah. And I remember at some point, I think one of my first memories, because I don't want to say my first time in Kailicha, because I don't know, maybe if I went before as a kid.
Yeah.
But my first memory, we were going to like umcimbi with family Kailicha. And then I remember my mom and my sister suggesting that we should pass by him. Yeah, but apparently he was staying in Kailicha. But when we got there, he was not around. Yeah, but that's the like only memory that I have, like in the Tibenenai. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
So
I was waiting for this call.
Yeah, Fudong Mamekai.
I was waiting for this call.
Should let's allow him to take the call.
Hey man, that's on camera, yo.
Mamekai. Yeah, man. Yeah, let's talk about that.
About what?
How do you feel about being that loved, bro?
This guy.
Like like ukhangelwe, but like, are you still good? You safe? What's going on? Like, how does that feel? Because I don't have that in my life right now.
It's a good.
And how long has it been?
It's a third year.
Mike.
Oh.
Yeah, no, it's fine.
Yeah. I know it's a third year. We've been together for like 2 years. So we are in our third year right now.
Oh yeah.
I've been trying to be a good boy, man.
Trying? What do you mean now trying?
I've been trying to be a good boy, man. It's tough out here, yo.
But like, what do you mean trying, bruh?
We keep on trying. This life is that we do, right?
I feel like you're riding a cow train, bruh. No, don't do that. Like trying. What do you mean trying?
Yeah, I'm just trying to be a good boy and have a stable relationship, and grow up basically, because there's growth. That thing comes with growth, because you don't just become it. You have to be deliberate about it. You have to be conscious, and you have to constantly choose to be on that on a daily basis. You understand? With the saturation that is in our life right now, with the social media, the Instagram, it's really easy to get tempted, as anyone, not just me, men and female, or women, sorry, at large, so it's like that. So it comes with discipline, man. So I'm just trying to be disciplined. When I say I'm trying to be disciplined, I mean it's not easy to be disciplined. Even if you become disciplined, it's a constant try, because it's like you can get tempted and sleep anytime. It's the reality of life. That's why you've seen marriages break. That's how it is.
That's why I'm single.
So I don't know, take too serious, man. Hey, come on.
I like it when I bring out some of the elements about the
I think Epsol says it, that love is the root of like all successes. Will have to be attached with. If there's not love around whatever you're trying to do, then I don't want to say forget, but maybe do forget about trying to go forward and be successful. Even if you do what you love, right? There's love already. So people will only think about women when we talk about love. You see, people, you guys are not right.
Nah, man. The thing is that like the there's a climate now that is around. You just tapped into it, the social media climate, and I feel like it's like playing a huge role in terms of how relationships are like constructed, even like family relationships, like mother and daughter, father and son. It's always based on what's happening out there, other than umthetho walapha endlini. Understand? For example, there's a lot of reality shows that are showing how other households are doing things, and then other people take over from those things and say that I'd rather do this than do le kuthiwa mandiyenze endlini.
uJesu athi akabafuni bonke ama 2000 yiloko ke. That is why it's like that, you know, because hence that guy is comfortable to say that is because of such things, because we are raised, you've had people say I was raised by the streets back then, but right now people and our kids are, well, I don't have kids yet.
I was about that. Yeah?
Well, but you know, I have peers that have kids, you know, so I'm supposed to be a father. You know, so they all grow up because with social media. They are raised by social media. The things they do, the dance challenges they do, how they wear their lipstick and this and that. You know, it's pictures and pictures, man. You know, control the narrative, you know, like hence, if you go back ancient, bro, like, we were captured by the picture of Jesus, you know. It's a picture. That's true. It's a picture. Because it tells 1,000 words, you know, and it's that powerful. So, pictures do control narratives, and if you do like something like what you're doing, which is still a picture, you are some sort of, you're held on some sort of a power, you know. So it's up to you how to use pictures, you know. So people should be careful on how they use pictures, honestly.
But don't you think at the same time it can also be an advantage, because a picture can also mean that things can happen because your face is around?
A picture, of course. For example, Banksy, you know. Banksy fights political whatever he feels like aggressing. He aggresses it through a picture, whether it's a graffiti. I think, well, it's mainly graffiti because that's what he does, or she. We don't know Banksy. Because we cannot say why we are going to say he if you don't know him. You know. So like a Banksy basically. So I think that was one example I can put out there and say he does it for a positive change. You understand? For example, talking about a picture, I've always wanted to share this, you know. My grandmother made sure I do not watch Xhosa.
Oh shit.
Because she didn't like the character of Papa Action. And she said, bruh, I'm telling you, I've never watched it. You can imagine going back to school and everyone
is talking,
whatever. I don't care. Because this lady is making sure, bruh, I do not become a Papa Action. Because she understood the power of picture. And I was young to understand. So when I'm growing up and I'm saying, that is why who and who is like that. They watch this. You understand? And then they got inspired by Papa Action. You understand?
I think that's one of the reasons I never liked. Sorry to say this. I'm always careful on saying things because I don't know who I might meet later. But I never liked Uzalo. Because what they're pushing, it's like influencing the younger kids now
sorry about that, bro.
to do this. It's all about heist.
Actually, after Uzalo, right? I think if each and every other show became that, even with the Queens, like they're all involved, and family. Gangster families that are running the drug and like some cartels of some sort. It just inspired a lot of that. And you're gonna ask, why are we having so much cash transits? You are teaching people. Fine. Pictures can show what's happening. which is
Yeah.
portray what's already happening,
Yeah.
but they can also project what is to happen.
Yeah.
You understand? Or what they want to happen. You
Yeah,
understand?
yeah.
So
and also people can adopt characters.
yeah.
Because you can find a guy mhlambe kazi kuthiwa nguGaddafi, ubanibani, Papa Action, bakhona Papa Action,
Exactly.
So people can easily adopt those characters.
Exactly.
I think that's one of the reasons why I need to have a sit down with an actor, man. That's one of the reasons why other actors are like, sometimes it's very hard to come out of a character because people don't understand that's a character. For example, if someone would walk down Rosebank Mall, who can I make an example with? Like a villain type of
Do you know that guy that said decency thoughts?
Oh, yeah.
Decency, kulumaka decency.
Yeah,
Dude, that guy's characters. Have you seen his characters?
Yeah. And also, like, there's people who actually, I'm gonna sit down with Lonwabo, Talonwabo. Yeah. There's people who don't like him.
Right?
Yeah. They've never met him, but the character that he played.
He also has that mint face. I'm not sure
Yeah.
whether it's because of the the little
scar.
that he
Yeah,
has,
yeah,
you know.
yeah.
But I also I don't know much about him, but he has that. No. Yeah, like
Yeah.
yo, like Nyane para I can.
Yeah.
You know, but I think he's a good person. Like,
Yeah.
I think he's just a genuine guy, you know, who loves what he does.
He does love what he does. Cause like I was actually there when they were shooting Nyovest podcast.
Yeah. Oh, you're behind the scenes.
Yeah, I was behind the scenes.
Dope.
Cause I was supposed to shoot after Yabo. And that episode is not out. Katenza. Sufuna this up. Because like episodes are boom.
Yeah.
And I thought it's gonna come out last week, but still it hasn't been out. Maybe this weekend it's gonna come out. Let's hope so.
Hey,
but
man.
we're just like talking about podcasting, and I feel like me and Cadenza, maybe who else can I put in that category? But one of the few people, man, who are trying to like build like industry podcasting, isolated podcast because
mainly in Cape Town, right?
Yeah. Because if that happens, Brad, Azinda will podcast as a Cape Town.
They need to work together.
Yeah.
Like, they need to collaborate.
Yeah.
You know, they need to, like, for example, I've always said this because I'm a dinosaur.
Yeah.
I've been around, you know. I was taught by TV some of the things, you know. For example, do you know that back in the day, because before there was DSTV, guys, there was Ariel.
Ariel.
So sometimes you'd get a TV that plays just one channel because Ariel is not getting into other channels, understand?
Yeah.
But what would happen then is SABC would advertise shows that are playing on other channels. You would know that Isidingo is playing at this time. And advertising on SABC there is this and this and this and this.
Yeah.
Even though you don't have that that channel, but you know what's playing in there.
Yeah.
So I've always said we can adopt that. Adopt that. Even podcasters, like big podcasters like your MacG's, every one of them, they talk about one another. Spoo's gonna talk about Penya is gonna talk about Spoo's Not is gonna talk about who. All of them, they interlink, like they send traffic to each other's podcasts. You understand?
Yeah.
So I think Cape Town also needs to adopt that strategy, you know, and it's part of the collaborative spirit, man, of which we all know we lack in Cape Town. To some extent, you know. So yeah, that needs to be done like that, bro. Like for things to move forward and for them to be sustainable. So I really like the fact that you went to the podcast, even if it was just a set visit, you know. Just to the show support and say we recognize what you're doing. You understand? Because other people, bro, will act like they don't know what you're doing, bro.
Yeah, I say that a lot. I know people who are watching the podcast, you know, but they act as if they don't know.
Yeah, they will watch in shadows. They will watch an incognito. We see you incognitos.
Yo, like that private.
You're watching,
so that the algorithm is not gonna spam them with the content. That's crazy.
You get me?
That's like. I don't know. I wanted to ask you this thing. How deep were you involved with Ikapalotumo?
Yeah. Not, I wouldn't say I was deeply involved, but Xhosi, shout out to Xhosi.
Shout out, man.
He's a friend of mine.
Yeah.
When he like crafted the idea, we were kind of bouncing off ideas one another. I was
Yeah.
like talking about, this is what I'd like to do, and this and this and this and that, right? And yeah, also I think also in that exchange of ideas, an idea finally came. It was not a matter of it has to be me, you know.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
okay,
yeah.
cool. Okay, I see you feathering on than where I'm at. So
Yeah.
let me jump on and support this ship because this idea I've seen it, you know, from nothing, you know.
Yeah,
we
yeah.
talked about it till
Yeah.
now. I see it's happening. So I was like, okay, cool. Finally, let's shoot this thing, man. So yeah, I wouldn't say deeply involved, but maybe deeply involved in a way. Or maybe I knew, or I knew about the podcast that was gonna happen long time before it was seen by everyone else, you know. So that's how far I know. But he does most of his research. He writes, he produces the show like himself. Me, I was just there as a guest on that day, particularly. I was not even co-hosting. But we were having like talks like that okay, as the show goes on, we're gonna English strategically found a way, you know, to keep including me till it makes sense, you know, because I've not seen no dark sometimes.
Especially like something like this, because it's a different field. It's very different. Some other people are like, when they're watching, I can do this thing. It's the camera. It's fully mics. We're gone. And it's like down. Actually, there's someone, I don't want to name him, but when I see him, I tell him. He has.
At least don't talk behind
he once commented. He posted that Cape Town podcast, blah blah blah. Like I'm paraphrasing now, like Azinzigag and stuff like that. I'm paraphrasing, but it was a negative thing. Then I commented on his post and I said, "Brah, if you think you can do better, open your podcast. I'll be the first subscriber."
I think you've mentioned this on some of your lives or something. You understand? I think you've once expressed that like I don't know whether they call it a distress or something like that. You know, like something we're not happy about. Man, they don't understand, bro.
I met the guy at Basin and I was like, dude, where's the podcast?
You know, talking about that, man. For me, like when I was saying I'm in a good space, I think I had to remember the pain you have to go through when you want to create something. And I think for the longest time I had forgotten that pain, and maybe I've kind of rejected it, but now I'm falling in love with it again, because you have to go through pain when you're creating. I met Big Xhosa once upon a time. Actually I was shooting a music video of his actually of Uptignev featuring him, right? So we got to just, after the video, we just chill and we talk. And then, he was not Big Xhosa at that time, he was Setu. I met Setu basically, you know. So it was very cool. I would talk shit to him and bounce off, like just ask these curious questions. So I asked him, like, my guy, how did you do it? Because I saw that you shoot yourself, you edit, and you have to go write, you have to go record. When do you do all of these things, bro? And then he told me that, bro, I was like, that must be, and I said to him, like, that must be so painful. He was like, dude, it was so painful. And I could imagine it, like, I would literally imagine it, like how do you do everything? When do we have time of? It's 24 hours a day. What do you do, bro? Like, this is a lot to do, and you're not having such a big team like that, you understand, to handle everything, you know. So man, I really admired that, the way he blew up, like him, like like kudos to that guy, man, because it was like a grind, and we have to grind, you know, to get that grit, because sometimes you just gonna, you know, be planted, and we know about you, but you can fall off anytime because you don't have that grit and that people can recognize you and say, yo, no, I know who and who from so long time ago. And you know, those people matter, bro. Those people that know you from so long time ago, when you were not making money, those people matter, bro. Because those are the people who are low key supporting you. Like, Q is still doing this thing. Let me like.
Yeah, that's true.
You get
that's true.
Because you need those people, bro. So you need to grind and show that passion and like that grit. That look, I have worked hard for me to be here, and you become where you are deservingly, not because you know someone, you know.
Yeah.
Cause
no, man, like I can kind of relate because this is a struggle, bruh. Like shooting podcasts, bruh. Like if people can see like the behind what. Like even me, I'm sure I'm black like than usual now.
Yeah.
Because if ever we had like proper lights and all of those, I couldn't fly with a tripod. I couldn't fly with the mic stand. Hence we like hold it. Like I'm making means for this thing to happen, and it's very painful in that way that kapagati you would want it to look that pretty, but you don't have that to work with. You have this to work with. So I definitely get that, bruh. And I want us to go to another thing. As I was saying, bruh, like since I'm and one of Amatiletile, ningamboni uQ mane jonge zansi. Ujonga ama audio recorder and the batteries are very low, but we wanna continue with the conversation. And I appreciate you guys. If ever you guys wanna support us anyhow, whatever you have extra mics, you have extra batteries, whatever, guys, it means a lot. I'm not someone who's gonna act as if I have everything. Nah, I don't. Whatever you wanna sponsor me with, definitely that would help a lot.
Support can also come in a form of like subscribe,
comment,
and share.
Share.
I think share is more important. Actually, I think most YouTubers don't push enough share. I feel like they're asking for too much. But are they asking for too much? Like, why is it people difficult to just press it? It's just a button, brother. You don't pay anything.
You don't pay.
You just post, just share. You share and say post now. Nothing costs you.
It's crazy, bruh.
It's very crazy.
Really crazy in a way that someone can be your not really friend, but like someone who kind of like likes what you're doing, but would never share your thing, but would share like an Eminem post. While they can see that there's about a million people sharing the same thing. It's already out there,
bruh.
Like it's already out there. People are gonna see
they've written about
However,
it.
you are excited about, you want to share it on your own, but it's already there. I understand. But now the person that you could give like a pustanyana.
Do you think like guys like Eminem and others like from United States, do you still think they still have the same influence they used to have maybe 10 years, 15 years ago?
No.
Right?
Time flies.
I've noticed.
Time flies and also interest. And also new age.
You're not going to find me pumping Ricky Ross right now.
It's no longer the same. Back then it was like...
come on,
because like even in Cape Town, bro, if you're from Cape Town, I don't know about other areas, but in Cape Town, around 2009, 2008, 9, 10, 11, 12, everyone was rocking reggae.
Okay, cool, reggae.
Everyone was rocking, not like reggae, like your one drop. They were rocking dancehall. Vibes Cartel, Mavado, Sizzla, Colonji.
I've never tapped into that sound, you know.
There was an era, bruh. There was an era, like a serious one, whereby everyone, even girls, like, you're like, this pretty girl, like, how come? Like, they
out there smoking kush, girl.
They rocking that, you understand? But now it's a different time.
Aware of-
People want to toa now.
Yeah,
But they want the new terms esingazazi you know baziminisha ntoni.
yeah.
But siyazibiza uhoshkaramaima.
Hey.
Aba noba kuyaphakanyiswa
Kodwa
mhlawumbe.
abasithethe ngohosh karababa sizapignora domain. Let's not ignore hosh karababa.
Cassper saying enemies needs after McG.
You don't have to be.
Brian Mars Cassper takes things
viewers
personally.
of the guest are not of the show. Put a
Disclaimer.
disclaimer.
Brian.
Put a disclaimer.
Disclaimer.
But come on, bro. Like, I don't know whether we must speak about this in silos or can we need to protect our Cape Town.
What do you want to talk about when it comes to that?
I'm not sure whether it's too late to talk about this, but I'm not sure whether it was expressed enough.
Okay.
You know, about. So me, I had like something like a rumor. You know when a rumor just flies around and then you catch it.
Oh, that one.
Yeah, whereby they talk about Cassper and Nyovest. Stole a song from.
Do I want to talk about it?
From Tall Ricky and who's this guy?
I'm not. I don't want to talk.
You
can talk when.
Okay, well, so
I don't want to talk about it because I was going to about.
No, me. No, the thing is.
Abandazi yosebeya's opinion yam.
Okay, cool. I don't know your opinion. Fine. Likely, I don't know your opinion. Likely.
Yeah.
But for me, it's a matter of protecting us as Cape Town artists and not be exploited. I say this because not just because of the song, but because you get artists that are big in Joburg.
Yeah.
I want to put it like that just because you know why they're from Joburg, bruh.
Yeah.
But they just push the narrative that they're the best in South Africa, and we take that and we believe that. You understand?
Yeah.
And then they fly to Cape Town, and then they headline shows there. You understand? And the guys that are in the ground that have the numbers, you know, that are shaking things up in Cape Town, you know, don't get to grow because also. Growth is not just you dropping a song, also being in an event, because in that event you are booked at, there's someone who never heard of you, and then they love that song of yours, and then they're now a fan, they following you, understand? And then there's that growth whereby we can also be a national asset, you know, like you can say, I know we show that who and who.
Can I ask you something?
Yeah.
Don't you think, because I get you saying it's too late. Don't you think that Tall Rick dragged the thing?
The thing
like
is,
he just dragged it.
For me, I didn't even see Tall Ricky's posts or anything of that sort. Because I don't follow him that, you know. But I see him around, you know.
Yeah.
But I heard it from conversations.
Yeah.
But then you know why I'm taking this stance is because I didn't get influenced by anything other than hearing from, let's say, you, hey, do you hear that this is happening? Okay, cool. Let me just go listen. So when I listened on my own ear, I'm like, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. Wait, no, man. Now this kind of gives me like it is the same song in a way, like even the idea of the kid.
Yeah.
Hi, Poo, Tinja. You get me? That voice, Google white put, and then Google that kidly voice that is there. You understand? Even the way the beat is, the sound like dang, dang, dang. There's this thing that's dangling in there in this song.
Can I ask you something again?
Yeah.
You know almost business.
Pesachait.
You understand Pesachait?
Yeah.
You know film business.
Yes.
You know that if ever your things are not copyrighted, when you see them somewhere else, it's going to be hard for you to prove that it's your intellectual property.
I get you. That's true.
So, do you think that social media scrutiny does work, or did it benefit Tall Ricky for this thing? Because I doubt that he would have taken it to other avenues such as Indus Fanane Court to go and prove that that's
his property. Yeah. If he does not have the paper trail, bro.
Yeah.
The law is the law, and it works like that. Unfortunately, hence in many cases I like to do this. When I have an idea, I'll just make a pilot about it and post it even if no one sees it, so that it stays there. I can say, hey, look, if you go to this channel on this particular date, I posted that date. That's my idea. You understand? Just for that, I'll just do that for that sometimes, just to keep my ideas. So even if it's not registered in your CPI, whatever. Oh, sorry.
It's fine.
So whatever, like the places whereby you need to go register your intellectual property, even if it's not registered there, I can at least have a leg to stand on, even if it's a toe, So I do that. But if you're gonna come at that angle, then it's a who shame.
Because the reason why I'm asking you that, it's because it goes back to why artists are getting screwed, especially Cape Town artists.
Can I tell you something?
It's because the other side of, they're only focusing on the creative side, but the business side lacks a lot of knowledge.
Can I tell you something?
Yeah.
There's, do you know the song set?
Yeah.
The beat.
Yeah.
There's a nigga in Cape Town that had a hold of that beat way before, even I think 2 years before.
Yeah.
Sete dropped.
Yeah.
But I think because it's business-wise, but he told me that it didn't belong to him. I don't want to necessarily mention the name. I'm not sure if you'd feel comfortable talk about that.
Yeah.
But also maybe for clout,
I think that's that thing was clarified, man. That there was a producer who was leasing the beat. So if you can also lease a beat.
Oh.
Like ungayithengi yonke, lease a beat. And then in terms of leasing, the producer is also like, I think has a right to tweak the beat.
Oh, okay, cool.
So it's still the same beat, but konindawo is it different. So now la beat, possibly you can switch ezinye indawo. But to accommodate the idea that you want to make.
That's business. About.
Even when you see when you see beats online, they written like typer beats.
Yeah.
Those guys, majority of them, they've already registered those beats. Mm-hmm. When you download that beat and make a song with it,
somehow
they claim the music.
Yeah.
Your music gone.
Hey man, I think that's what they did with WHP.
They do that because I also noticed, because I work with these things a lot now on the Cassper MTV.
Yeah.
For example, somewhere on the roasting session, Hip Hop Cypher, I think one of the producers did sampling. But not sampling of a well-known song. I think it's those type of vibes whereby you get sample packs. And then you just dwindle with them and then make a beat.
Yeah.
So when we dropped that episode on YouTube, the copyright strike came in.
Flip.
Yeah.
Because it's registered.
Yeah, it came
registered.
in. And I knew what was happening. I couldn't even dispute it. I was like, okay, cool, share the revenue. Because there's nothing I can do.
Yeah.
Even if I go to the producer and say, what's going on?
They take a lot of money?
I think sometimes they take about 80%.
Come on.
Yeah.
This guy.
Yeah. That's why even Umangoba recently was pushing that, because
I saw
saying that if you use your music for reels and stuff,
actually,
it's basically going.
I like as reels as Shy Umangoba. They I never thought about them the way he just goes about it. It's just
to be honest with you,
video, but he's doing a video.
I'm happy for him. I'm really happy for him. I'm happy that he didn't hold on into something that is not paying him. His first love, which is rap.
Yeah.
He saw another thing that he can make something out of it.
Yeah.
That's why abantu benbuza release nini coffee. I do want to release, but at that moment umculo benganiki lento ndiyifunayo. That's my first love. I can do it anytime.
Why do you think artists as a Cape Town OGs and youngins are not mixing into same spaces, making collaborations and all of that, like in the hip hop fraternity? What's the word?
Fraternity.
Shit.
I think Gonata the ego.
Ne?
The ego, and also thinking that you know business but you don't know business. People in Cape Town, maybe I'll include myself.
Yeah.
They think they know business but they don't know business, and it kind of like they copycat whatever is happening in other places and think they can apply it there. Cape Town is different.
Yeah.
And then now, let's say, I didn't want to name drop. It's gonna, gonna be bad. Let's say I'm looking for this certain artist. I'm like, hey, brah, I know you are in a group. You are in a group, but I just want to have a genuine podcast with you.
Yeah.
And then uyakwazi personal number yake go WhatsApp, like uyayazi movement yako. And definitely sure uyayazi you wouldn't bring anything that would make him uncomfortable.
Yeah.
But the response would be like, I'm under management. Contact my manager.
Yeah. Okay, sure.
You get what I mean?
Sure.
But umntu oyibonayo vision would be like, wait, dizobuya kuwe.
Yeah.
Manager,
this is happening.
Dencanywa man le idea. Singayenza, masiyenze. You understand?
Listen, bro, like
that's how I think it should be approached. Not to say like,
who is the manager working for?
Yeah, Ebola way.
Yeah, I think people think they're working for the manager.
Yeah,
it's not like that, guys. Even an agent, you do not work for an agent. An agent works for you.
They represent you.
You must know that, and that's why people I think they get exploited, because they think that they place an agent as the boss. And then they think, no, you fire that agent.
Yeah.
You find another one. Because you the product that she's selling.
Yeah.
You understand?
Without you, they have nothing.
They have nothing, absolutely.
So, Ziwe is jalo, and that makes a lot of people don't collaborate. And also this thing of gauging. They don't... It's like, who are you?
Okay.
As a way.
Okay, ne?
Yeah, bo.
Okay.
Hence, now, like when I even see Mayhem Week 20 Spotify playlist, I'm very happy. I love that playlist.
Yeah.
And the Maz Bang King Fengu.
Me too.
And the Maz I am Broski.
Right.
And the Zaz,
but those guys,
you understand?
They're showing up.
They're showing up for the thing.
Yeah.
You understand? And it's giving anyone. Now I've discovered Bahaman 5-year future has a good energy.
And people,
he's on the come out.
And people come here. Like now you becoming the well.
Yeah,
for those who are thirsty to come.
Yeah,
quench their thirst.
Yeah,
because sometimes you need that channel of whereby you know that there's gonna be new releases here.
Yeah.
We need new fresh Cape Town releases. And where can you find that channel? That is the channel, you understand?
Yeah.
So you've opened that channel for people to to release their songs. And have an audience waiting. You understand? So that's kudos to you, my guy.
Yeah.
You need a tap on the shoulder for that.
People don't know me.
Yeah.
I've been around them, they don't know me. I've been around them. I've been studying a lot of things.
I think me and you both.
When I started doing music, I used to be a backup artist.
Okay,
cool. JL Congo. May his soul rest in peace. But people didn't know me. I was always around JL Congo, backing him up. That time I was learning how to be on stage.
Okay, sure.
Yeah, bo. There was a time whereby there's a guy called Easy doing beats. Nanu Easy. I'm learning how to make beats at that time.
Yeah.
Without him even knowing. There was a time Elisa Wambi was next to me playing guitar. I was learning at that time.
Do you know that's how I actually met you? Like I met you like the first time like I actually saw you like playing a guitar on the streets in Cape Town.
Yeah.
And then I would always like be curious, like who is this guy? Like I always see this guy, and one time I'll put my whatever I have that time because I was also a student, or sometimes
shut
just
up,
chill.
Bro, shut up, Jay. That money help, bro. Don't
or sometimes just chill there. Till I think the time we actually like, and then one day I came to you like, yo, dude, are you on Facebook? And then I we exchanged, right? And I think I like this guy's guitar. I don't know you also, you know. I'm just moving with, you know. I just trying to meet people, cool people that I find people, you know. So fast forward, I was doing a course at UCT TV Studios. It was like a month course, you know. We were learning a multimedia camera. And then we were supposed to do a show. I was like, I want my show to have an artist. And then I thought of you. Then I invited you to that show. Do you still remember?
I remember.
Yeah. So that's how, like, I got to know you because
and do you know that
those things we're doing.
After your show,
I
got to shoot One Night Stand.
Oh, that's
the short film that is on YouTube.
That's dumb. Oh, with this what lady?
The
Maria.
Yeah.
So
imagine if you were looking at me at that time, you're like, yeah, but and then it was, you understand? Now we're sitting at Rosebank.
You get me?
You get what I mean?
Exactly.
So I feel like abanayo like energy abanbasa Cape Town, especially those who feel like they've already made it.
Yeah.
You understand?
Okay, with that, in that same breath though, but I think maybe some of I think Flash Ikumkani is perhaps not given like his flowers enough in terms of that what we're talking about. Because if you can think of how many people he has collaborated with, if you listen to his interviews, how many times he mentions Cape Town's influence on his music, Spaza music, that is something to be applauded and be cheered for, bro. Understand? Of which sometimes I worry about him because even though he works like tirelessly, like if you see how much of a horse he is sometimes, it does not help him sometimes because I'm like, how come is he not booked on Cotton Fest?
What
is that? What's going on there?
That doesn't make sense.
It does not make sense for the kind of work he's putting. You understand? Even like Strava, because I was listening to his interview. Like, no, Strava put me on his lot because he also like does not understand like how am I not on Cotton Fest as the most working person. I mean, I've seen other people who are trying, but if you see how much work Flash Ikumkani have put up, bro, it's insane, dog. It's insane, bro. It's insane, bro.
Last time I watched him,
because
I have Uqaha on WhatsApp. They were together, like busy. You understand? I do follow some of the things that are happening. Hopefully, when I'm back again, I'll catch up with him here in Joburg.
That would be dope. Love that
my G, I would love us to go on, but we need to.
We're gonna have to have another episode.
Wifey. So guys, like every time when I'm in Joburg, I'll have with you on the podcast.
Definitely.
Next time we're shooting. Am I allowed in your place?
We'll talk about that. It is what it is.
Yeah, I get it.
Cape Town, South Africa, man. Look in the poll. You know how it is. Do not forget. No, it's the renovations. It's still the same hockey. You see, this is what happens if you're loyal to where you are from.
Yeah,
you understand?
Now we're gonna laugh about this episode.
Dog.
We're gonna laugh about this.
No, it was. I enjoyed it. It's so fun. We didn't even talk about what we said. But it was a nice free flow, dog.
Nah, man, I appreciate you, man. I hope everything works out for you here in Joburg.
Definitely.
And I'll probably see you around August.
Can I say something before we go? Yo, please. I do have my own channel. It's been stagnant. Forgive me. But I'm working on it. I just shot an episode. So I'm trying to be releasing next week, Tuesday. So stay tuned. It's called the Disc Jockey Club. Focusing on house music, man. If you're a DJ, you're in Joburg, you're in Cape Town, let's sit up and let's have a conversation. Let's chop it up. I also have already 2 episodes that are out, which are featured Cassper on the decks. He's giving us a nice Afro house jams, rather 3-step if you wanna call it that. I think it's 3-step Afro house. And then on the second episode, I have Doug's B on some nice deep house tunes. I'm looking to do more of those kind of episodes, and yeah, man, and more basically. So do stay tuned. I'm probably gonna come back on this platform as well. I love to. Am I welcome to come here?
Yeah, most definitely.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah,
baby.
man, let's close it up before the things fail us. Otherwise, yeah, man, it's your boy Kaufman. Saya Sentin. Ariya Sentin.